This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Friday. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Ray Collins. August 25th, and much concern about Harvey, Northern Gulf, saying bad things. Devastating floods, Josh. Sounds like a real a Powerball going in there.
Yeah, this is really like a historic situation here. We had a tropical depression the other day. Now we have a Category 2 hurricane in the western Gulf of Mexico. It's not going to affect our weather, but our friends in Texas are going to have to batten down the hatches here. Let's check it out. This is a mean-looking storm as it continues to churn its way towards the southeastern coast of Texas, and right now it is a Category 2 storm. We're dealing with our own tropical weather here with another round of tropical moisture, but this is the beast here in the western Gulf of Mexico, and that's just textbook classic hurricane. And by maybe the 11 a.m. advisory or the 1 p.m. advisory, this could be upgraded to a Category 3 hurricane, which would be a major hurricane, and that's going to be devastating with not only the storm surge, but also the very heavy rains that it could produce. 76 degrees our current temperature. We have cloudy skies. Radar, for the most part, quiet. Maybe over Boca Grande, there's some shower activity there, but we will have another round of showers coming our way later on this afternoon. Back to you.
All right, talk to you soon. Checking first alert traffic now as you awaken on this Friday morning. A couple buildups there already on 301 northbound, State Road 70 westbound, and also 41 north as you head toward State Road 70. A little quieter right now in mid-Sarasota County. And checking farther south, one little buildup there, 41, as you head toward the 681 bypass.
Our top story this morning, a shakeup in Florida government with a surprise announcement by a Suncoast state representative.
After serving one session in Tallahassee, Alex Miller says she's too busy to continue. The Republican says running her family business and raising two sons has become too much. She wrote that she's come to the conclusion that she must spend more time at home than her service in the legislature would allow. Now, during her few months in office, Miller sponsored 13 bills. She did get support for a shark fin bill, which made it illegal to possess a shark's fin and created penalties for those who did not follow the rule. Her colleague in Tallahassee is sorry to see her go.
She was looked at already as one of these animal rights activist leaders in Tallahassee. She's definitely going to be missed. She played an important role in our communities within our delegation. And it's just overall very disappointing and sad to see somebody with her star power decide to leave early.
According to Grutter, several candidates, including Congressman from Buchanan's son James, have expressed interest in Miller's position. Now, her resignation is effective as of September 1st. Governor Rick Scott will have a special election to fill the year left in her term. That election date has not yet been announced. Miller is the fourth House member to resign in the past few months for various reasons. Well, Thunder by the Bay is coming back to Sarasota. The popular motorcycle event will now be held at the county fairgrounds after moving to Lakewood Ranch this past year.
Our Rick Adams explains why they're making that move.
The Sarasota Fairgrounds sit very quiet at the moment, but come the middle of February, it'll be filled with lots of motorcycles, lots of people, and lots of music. Thunder by the Bay is officially making the move from Lakewood Ranch.
We have now a fairgrounds with a lot of room where we can have an indoor venue and an outdoor venue. It'll still remain free to the public. We have a camping capability out there.
Most people we talked with are excited about the move, but some are still concerned about the noise it'll bring with it. Ronnie Powell lives very close to the fairgrounds. He says he's thrilled about having this event right near his neighborhood.
It's excellent. I think it'll bring a lot more room, more people over here. They'll see a lot more of this area, and they'll be able to have the Thunder by the Bay here instead of having to drive all the way out to Lakewood Ranch.
The wellness center that Becky Gabriel and her husband run is located right up against the fairgrounds. Outside of some minor parking concerns, she tells us this event should be a big boost for their business and other businesses nearby.
I hope they have a good time, have lots of fun, and if they'd like to come and visit Gold Tree Plaza and the merchants here, we would be very happy to see them.
In addition to the move, Thunder by the Bay will now take place in February instead of January. It'll go on from February 15th through the 18th, with a Bikes on Main block party taking place on the 16th. Thunder by the Bay is a benefit which raises money for Suncoast charities for children.
I think it's going to be a win-win for people coming in for the event, for the charity, and also for the entire area.
Reporting from the fairgrounds in Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
5:05 this morning, and after months of debate over whether to remove a Confederate monument from in front of the Manatee County's historic courthouse, the county finally took action, but the result wasn't what anyone could have expected. The county releasing this video showing the removal of the statue when suddenly, take a look, it snapped in half and broke. The statue separating from its base in what could have been a serious safety hazard if left untouched.
When you think of the events of the community gathering, that would have been catastrophic if someone would have pushed or pulled in the wrong direction.
What people are attributing to the statues causing in our society right now is within people's hearts, and that removing statues and even having statues there really isn't going to do anything to change it.
The county says the statue will now be repaired and eventually moved to a different location as they originally planned.
A Nokomis couple have been charged with drug trafficking after a traffic stop in Venice, and it was a certain noise that actually tipped off the officers. Deputies pulled over this couple on Jacaranda Boulevard just south of Border Road in Venice. According to deputies, they heard a noise in the bushes near the passenger side of the car. Well, they found a sunglass case containing 3 baggies of meth believed to have been thrown from the car seconds earlier. During the search, they also found drugs and syringes inside the car. They arrested this couple, Dylan Woodward and Judith O'Connor. Both are being held without bond.
Well, the fight to remove deadly opioids across the Suncoast continues this morning with a Sarasota woman now behind bars. Following several months of investigations, the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office has arrested a Sarasota woman, Lauren Cobb, for selling heroin, fentanyl, and carfentanil. To put those drugs into perspective, fentanyl is 10 to 50 times stronger than morphine, and carfentanil is worse than that, reaching a potency 10,000 times stronger than morphine. Cobb is a previously convicted felon and is being held at the Sarasota County Jail without bond.
Palmetto police charged a man with attempted murder after a convenience store shooting earlier this week. They arrested a Lizandius Randall Jr. A shooting took place on Monday inside the Citgo convenience store on 10th Street West. A man shot in the leg told police that he and Randall got into a fight. The victim taken to the Manatee Hospital for further treatment.
New details this morning on a major Venice Housing Authority project that remains in question. The city of Venice has agreed to kick in $500,000 towards the $11 million project. That money would have helped the Housing Authority secure the remaining money from the state. But after scrutiny over another costly city project, the council may be taking back its offer.
We're looking at other avenues, foundations, who wants to jump in here and help.
The city will have a special meeting this upcoming Monday to discuss the matter. Council members are hoping to help the Housing Authority find the money elsewhere.
5:08 now. Even though Hurricane Harvey is heading toward Texas, you may feel its effects at the gas pump. With Harvey expected to hit parts of the northern Gulf, that's responsible for much of the nation's gas, so prices could go up. Some of those facilities shut down to wait out the weather, with oil and gas operators evacuated from the rigs.
Good news for travelers this morning. Delta Airlines is adding flights from Sarasota to New York this holiday season. The airline says it'll offer non-stop flights to JFK from Sarasota Bradenton International Airport. The flights will be offered daily starting December 21st and run through January 2nd. Delta's year-round service to LaGuardia Airport will continue to run as well.
And another alligator call for sheriff deputies in Sarasota. They captured this gator near Brookside Drive and Bee Ridge Road. It was hiding in a sewer, and they moved it to a nearby creek. Deputies posted the pictures of the reptile on their Twitter page with the caption, "Maybe it was rain, maybe the eclipse. Either way, a gator was on the move tonight." This happened last night.
That's funny because now every time I go walk my dog and I walk past one of those, what do you call drains?
Yeah.
I always look in them because I'm scared there's going to be an alligator.
Well,
in there.
it could be around here. You never know. Yeah.
Exactly.
You never know. There was a movie called Alligator where a girl flushed the alligator down the toilet and it lived in the sewer and became like its big monster.
Was that a late night movie?
It was, yes. The ABC, like Sunday night movie or something.
Right.
Anyway, I was fascinated. But speaking of monsters, we do have a monsters in the Gulf of Mexico, and this is a really major situation for Southeast Texas. We'll break it down for you when I come back.
All right, thanks, Josh. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, the latest in your first alert traffic, and we'll have a preview of what the Suncoast will be offering up this weekend, rain or shine, on this edition of Suncoast Scene.
And later in the hour, life-threatening rain and devastating floods predicted in the northern Gulf. Ouch. The latest on Hurricane Harvey at 5:33. Stay with us.
Stay connected to your clients and new customers using ABC7 Digital Media Services. Our team of professionals provide a wide array of digital services to help you get the most out of your website. We specialize in building and helping you maintain the most effective digital solutions for your business. It's vital that your online presence stands out, so our experts will equip you with the best resources available. Trust ABC7 Digital Media Services to give you the right tools to grow your business.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah, yeah.
When you want to get away from it all, to a place where you can do everything, or nothing at all, surrounded by natural beauty and all the modern amenities you might desire, then you'll want to be here at the Wanna Be Inn on the beautiful shores of Manasota Key, Florida. To plan your escape, log on to wannabeinn.com.
I witnessed him have 2 heart attacks in ICU. He went through seizures.
We'd much rather have Aaron like this than dead. A lot of parents don't have that luxury.
He can't talk. He can't walk. This is a condition Aaron will live with for the rest of his life because he abused prescription pills.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
This is important news for women who were administered chemotherapy intravenously for breast cancer and then suffered permanent hair loss. Some women administered the breast cancer chemotherapy drug Taxotere have suffered from permanent hair loss on scalp, eyebrows, and eyelashes. If you suffered permanent hair loss after chemotherapy for breast cancer, call the law offices of Davis & Crump right now to find out if you are eligible for a cash award and medical expenses. Call now. Operators are standing by.
Watch your Suncoast News at 6 on your streaming device for a chance to win a $50 Visa. It's easy. Just watch weekdays at 6 for the word of the week. Then enter the word at mysuncoast.com for your shot at a $50 Visa. We'll pick the winner each week. Good luck.
Happy Friday, everyone. We finally made it to Friday. I'm meteorologist Josh Stone for John Scalzi. He'll be back Monday, but let's check out the current temperatures right now here in Sarasota. 76 degrees. It is 77 for you in Punta Gorda. Good morning to you. 78 here in Inglewood, 77 in Arcadia. So mid to upper 70s right now. And same situation with the dew points. Actually, dew points right now are in the mid-70s, but it's a little muggy out there. Of course, the big weather story at this time is what's happening in the western Gulf of Mexico, and this is Hurricane Harvey. Just the other day, yesterday, it was a tropical storm, and then the day before that, it was a disturbance. So it's amazing how quickly this thing has blown up, and this is just textbook classic hurricane. You can even see the eye right here. At one time, the hurricane hunters reported the eye to be about 15 miles wide. So this thing is continuing to strength. You can see the explosiveness of the thunderstorms around the eye wall. And there it is. You can see a definite buzzsaw eye wall that has formed. And this thing is mean looking. This is a beast. It's a Category 2 right now. has sustained winds of 105 miles per hour. It's moving slowly to the north and northwest, about 9 miles per hour. By later today, by this afternoon, it could actually have winds up to 120 miles per hour. And this is sustained winds, not wind gusts, sustained winds with higher wind gusts, and could be up to a Category 3 hurricane. And when we have a Category 3 hurricane, that's when we classify it as a major hurricane. And look, when it becomes a Category 3, right before it's about to make landfall. You're talking about 120 mile per hour winds coming in. The storm surge is going to just be catastrophic here, maybe up to 12 feet or higher. And then you're talking about the rainfall. Now, this is just a guesstimate with one of our in-house computer models, but still, easily, maybe up to 20, 30, potentially over 30 inches of rain by the time this is done, because this storm, once it gets into the southeast coast of Texas, doesn't look to move very much. So it's going to sit there for a while, could get bounced back into the Gulf of Mexico, and then move a different direction, maybe towards Louisiana. And that's not going to be good for them or anyone. So that's unfortunate for those folks there. But we're dealing with our own tropical trouble. It's an area of low pressure that's sitting off the southwest coast of Florida, continuing to spiral in tropical moisture. And our radar right now along the Suncoast is quiet, except you're driving down 75 towards Fort Myers, maybe cutting across Alligator Alley, may run into some heavier showers this morning. But again, we put the futurecast in motion. You'll see more showers coming our way as we go through the afternoon hours. It quiets down, and then we do it again for tomorrow. And you can see the general counterclockwise flow of what's going on here with this area of low pressure. It doesn't really look to strengthen all that much, but by the time it is done, we could pick up maybe by the end of the weekend 2 inches, 2.5 inches here in Sarasota, maybe up to 4 or 5, 6, maybe 7 inches in some isolated areas. So it is going to do its thing for us, definitely, as far as dropping rainfall. If you're taking the boat out today, do it this morning. The high tide will be at 3:35 p.m. And then you probably want to pull your boat back into the dock because the rains and the thunderstorms will be coming. Winds will be out of the south and then becoming west at 5 to 10 knots. Seas 1 to 2 feet with a light chop in the bays. Highs may not get out of the 80s today because of the cloud cover and the rain-cooled air. But we have to go through a few days of this, of some wet weather, and then we slowly start to moderate and dry out as we get in the middle of next week. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Josh. Taking a look at your first alert traffic on this Friday morning, looks like Manatee County is pretty quiet throughout that area. The only really big slowdowns are on 301 heading southbound. As we head into Sarasota County, some slowdowns over towards the Bayfront. There is that ongoing construction throughout the morning right now in 41 heading northbound, but Fruitville, Bee Ridge, and Clark Road is looking clear. In South County, pretty quiet throughout that area as well at 518 on your Friday morning. Well, you never know what the weather will bring this time of year, if this weekend is any indication of that.
But rain or shine, Linda Carson has some ideas for your weekend plans.
You're invited to a back-to-school bash at the Music Compound on Cattleman Road. It's Saturday from noon to 4. There'll be great live entertainment, including Music Compound instructor Savannah Brady and her band.
My band, we play classic rock and some originals, like the Eagles and Beatles, stuff like that.
You can bring your whole crew.
It's a family-friendly event. It's free, and there's not a lot of events where you can hear music and get great food that's family friendly.
Music Compound is unique here on the Suncoast.
So Music Compound provides music education, all ages, any level, any interest. So anybody that's looking to learn an instrument or sing can come and see us.
And at the Back to School Bash Saturday, you can meet the instructors.
We'll have anywhere from 5 to 20 of our instructors that will be there. Some of them will be performing, some of them will be giving tours, giving out pricing. We also have a barbecue truck, we have free treats for everyone, and we'll be making musical instruments too.
And Jaw Movement, one of the hottest bands on the Suncoast, will be playing live here at Friday Fest on the Bay behind the Van Wezel on Friday. The music starts at 5 and it goes to 9.
We
like to play all different genres of music because we want to be able to cater to everyone. But most of the music will be reggae, and then of course I'm a soul singer, so I have to bring in my Motown, R&B.
And we cornered ABC7's Joey Panic in the dressing room, hanging up his headphones as producer of the Suncoast U and taking center stage at the Florida Studio Theater for one evening only.
Friday night we're having a custom improv show. It is actually in honor of my birthday. I'm celebrating a big birthday coming up. But this is a show we're kind of going back to some of the old improv that we used to do. So it'll be a combination of short form games and then some longer forms.
Joey spent 14 years as a performer.
I was a musical theater actor from the time I was a kid, and then I went professionally. I started when I was like 20 years old, moved to New York, toured the country, toured the world as an actor, singer, dancer.
So come out to the Florida Studio Theater on Friday night and wish Joey Panic a happy birthday. He will have you in stitches. Linda Carson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Well, that's a fun fact.
Yeah, I actually saw Joey when I first moved here 13 years ago. He performed in Evita at the former Golden Apple Dinner Theater, and I loved that musical, and he was in it.
Yeah, I once came across some pictures of his that showed that he was into acting and things like that, and I was not surprised. He was quite hilarious, actually.
So what's his big birthday? What do you guess?
I don't know. We'll have to find out.
All right, don't ask him. 5:21, still heading Good Morning Suncoast. Amazon's merger with Whole Foods begins Monday with a price cut for customers.
And coming up at 5:30, the heir to smartphone giant Samsung is heading to prison. What he's accused of doing when we come back.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Jacuzzi is proud to present our first ever safe bathing event. The Jacuzzi walk-in tub allows you or a loved one to take a safe and relaxing bath. Never climb in and out of a regular bathtub again. Our walk-in tub offers a low step-in threshold, fast drain technology, soothing hydrotherapy, and even a shower handle. Regain bathing independence with a Jacuzzi walk-in tub and enjoy spending more time with loved ones. Why wait any longer? During our safe bathing event, save $750 on a new walk-in tub. Receive $250 in safety upgrades and a $100 Visa gift card. But if you call right now during this program, we'll double the savings to $1,500, double the safety upgrades to $500, and double it to a $200 Visa gift card with your walk-in tub purchase. Call right now to save double on a new walk-in tub. Call now.
Well, hopefully some better weather this afternoon for the Van Wezel.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be out there. If you folks have a chance, come on by the Channel 7 booth, say hello, and that's tonight between 5 and 9 of the Ben Wezel Jaw Movement.
That's always a great time. Lots of people come out for that, bring their lawn chairs, have a good time. Lots of people dancing around.
Yeah, we'll host next month.
Exactly.
That's how you can get a hold of us. Check out there. In fact, if you go to my website, Ray Collins, ABC7, you'll see Jacqueline dancing.
The robot.
Yeah, how about that for a tease? So if you go to that website and like it, you'll see you-know-who dancing. 5:24 on this Friday morning.
Well, Amazon will seal the deal with Whole Foods in just a few days, and the online giant is planning to make immediate changes when it comes to prices.
All right, ABC's Candace Gibson and Linda Lopez have details in this morning's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Amazon is ready to deliver some deals to Whole Foods customers.
The e-commerce giant plans to cut prices on some of the grocery store chain's items starting Monday. That's when Amazon's buyout of Whole Foods will be finalized.
Samsung is the latest company working on a smart speaker like the Amazon Echo. A smart speaker, of course, can control a home's lights, TVs, and other devices.
The Amazon Echo and Google Home are already available. The Apple HomePod is coming soon.
And speaking of Apple, the iPhone 8 is still weeks away from release. According to the New York Times, it'll start at $1,000. That's hundreds more than the iPhone 7.
We're not totally sure what it will look like, but if you look closely here at Apple CEO Tim Cook's right pocket, might be a clue. People say the outline of that phone is bigger than anything Apple has ever released.
And that could mean also nothing. Those are your Tech Bites.
Have a great day.
Tech Bites, brought to you by Frontline Gold.
Come on, you can do it.
Dogs just won't quit. Neither does Frontline. That's why there's Frontline Gold. With its easy applicator, Frontline Gold delivers powerful protection that doesn't quit for a full 30 days. Its triple action formula is relentless at killing fleas and ticks. Frontline Gold, the latest innovation from the maker of Frontline Plus. For persistent protection you can trust.
Good boy.
Go for the gold. Frontline Gold, available at your vet.
Ask Sherwin-Williams during the endless summer sale. Save 30% on paints and stains August 24th through September 4th. Color is just around the corner. Find your neighborhood store at sherwinwilliams.com/save.
Allergy sufferers, if you're not getting the relief you need from symptoms like these, it would be wise to try new Zysol. In a clinical study, 90% of allergy sufferers felt powerful 24-hour relief after just one day. So be wise all. Take new Zysol.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $10 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand, with no surprises, and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received J.D. Power Awards for highest customer service. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
Start your day with a new Good Morning Suncoast team. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m. on ABC 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
What if you had a medical emergency away from home?
My chest hurts. I can't breathe.
What you need is Mobile Help, America's premier mobile medical alert system. Most systems only work at home, but with Mobile Help, you get help outside the home with coverage nationwide on one of the largest cellular networks at the press of a button. Call the number on your screen for a free full-color brochure. We'll send you everything you need, including this base station, the patented mobile device, and the waterproof pendant and wrist button. You can also add the fall button that automatically detects falls and signals help. Call today and receive a risk-free 30-day trial. There is no equipment to buy and no long-term contract. For a limited time, you will also receive a free emergency key box with your plan purchase. Remember, Mobile Help keeps you safe coast to coast.
Call 1-800-916-8638. That's 1-800-916-8638.
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills, wow, stop stains, and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy
destroy everything. But with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your couch coat for just $19.99. And it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now and you can double your offer. Get a second couch coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now. Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
This half hour on Good Morning Suncoast, Hurricane Harvey zeroes in on the northern Gulf states. Forecasters predict life-threatening rain and floods.
Plus, a hostage situation in Charleston, South Carolina turns deadly after a disgruntled employee opens fire at a restaurant.
And who says baseball is boring? We'll tell you what happened last night in Detroit. Those stories and more right now on Good Morning Suncoast.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
And welcome back, 5:30 on this Friday morning, August the 25th. I always have to check the date. It's too early to memorize the date. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Certainly a interesting weekend shaping up for some of our friends over in Texas.
Oh, serious stuff there. You had Josh. Harvey is barreling toward Galveston and so forth.
Yeah, and it's not looking good at all. And the problem is, sometimes, these storms will weaken. Actually, we go back to 2005. Hurricane Katrina was officially a Category 2 when it made landfall. This is looking to actually intensify before it makes landfall, and it's a Category 2 now, could become a Category 3 by the time it hits Texas. Let's check it out right now. We're dealing with our own tropical issues here, but this is the main story in the Gulf of Mexico, and it looks mean, and it is going to be mean by the time it hits the southeast coast of Texas. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Right now, we're dealing with temperatures in the mid to upper 70s with mostly cloudy skies. What does our afternoon hold? Well, much of the same as we've experienced over the last few days, and we'll talk more about it when I return. Back to you.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, Josh. First alert traffic now in Manatee County. Nothing much to report so far. Pretty quiet this hour of the day. There are some buildups in Sarasota, particularly along the bayfront as you pass by 41 and Osprey and Orange and Pineapple. Then it clears up as you get toward Ringling in Maine. Farther south, all clear at 5:31 on your Friday morning.
Topping our news this morning, South Texas is bracing for Hurricane Harvey, which, when it makes landfall, is expected to be a Category 3 storm, the likes of which hasn't been seen since 1999's Hurricane Brett.
The storm is supposed to reach the Texas coast sometime late tonight or early tomorrow. ABC's Janae Norman has the latest.
Hurricane Harvey is hurling toward the U.S. coastline, already whipping winds more than 100 miles per hour.
Apparently it's getting stronger and stronger.
The storm setting its sights on South Texas. People in the bullseye already swarming stores, stockpiling sandbags and essentials.
There's no more water. There's no more bread. The bread's already running out as well.
And cars lining up for hours to fill up on gas.
Absolute insanity over this hurricane.
Many people leaving home as Harvey is expected to drown parts of the South, dousing some areas with more than 35 inches of rain and storm surges up to 12 feet.
We are going to, in the strongest possible terms, encourage the residents in the low-lying areas, as they say, get out of Dodge.
Images from NASA show the size of the storm, the likes of which haven't been seen in nearly 20 years. Forecasters say Harvey is intensifying faster than previously predicted, and it's moving slowly. The Hurricane Center says it's possible the storm could stay inland for up to 72 hours, increasing the threat of severe flooding. One sheriff saying the risks are too great not to get out now.
I am not going to send the boat down there after we ask you to leave. I'm not going to put one of my deputies' lives in the line to go down there and get you out. So you're on your own.
Millions of people will likely be impacted by the storm, but the entire country could feel its impacts because of gas prices. More than a dozen refineries are in the storm's path, and some will be shut down until Harvey passes. Janae Norman, ABC News, Washington.
14 people now missing after a landslide in Switzerland. Rescue crews are still searching for the missing people who are from Switzerland, Germany, and Austria. The town was evacuated. People could not return to their homes yet. Army helicopters with infrared cameras are trying to detect cell phone signals. Rescuers with dogs searching for survivors on the ground.
As Samsung rolled out its latest flagship smartphone, the company's heir is headed to prison for corruption. Lee Jae-yong was found guilty of a string of charges, including bribery and embezzlement. He's accused of paying $36 million in bribes to entities attached to the South Korean government. These include ties to ousted South Korean President Park Geun-hye, who was similarly removed from office over corruption charges. Lee, 49, became the acting head of Samsung, which was founded by his grandfather. He is now sentenced to 5 years behind bars.
Back in this country, one person killed, another injured after a hostage situation in Charleston, South Carolina. Police say a disgruntled employee held people at a restaurant called Virginia's on King. 2 others were released and are safe. Police said the gunman was shot and his condition is now critical. The mayor says the suspect might be mentally ill.
This morning, the search for U.S. sailors missing in waters off Singapore has been suspended. The remains of 1 sailor have been identified, but 9 others are still missing. The search will continue in the flooded compartments of the USS John McCain. The Navy ship collided with an oil tanker on Monday. It's the 4th time a U.S. warship has been involved in an accident in Asian waters this year. The Navy has since released the names of those 10 missing men.
The organizer of that violent Charlottesville rally has been denied bond. Chris Cantwell turned himself in after University of Virginia police issued a warrant for his arrest. The charges are linked to his role in the white supremacist rally almost 2 weeks ago. Cantwell and others gathered on the UVA campus to protest the removal of a Confederate statue. He's accused of illegally using tear gas, and he's charged with causing bodily injury with malicious intent.
New details this morning on the first man to be executed in more than a year after the Florida Supreme Court previously halted the death penalty. Mark Assay, a man convicted of 2 premeditated murders in 1987, is now dead. His death marking the first in state's history in which a white man has been executed for killing a black person in what was prosecuted as a racially motivated murder. The execution was carried out around 6 o'clock last night using an anesthetic never used before and a lethal injection here in the U.S.
The foremost objective of the lethal injection procedure is a humane and dignified process. The Department of Corrections follows the law to carry out the sentence of the court as laid out in Florida statute, which is what was done this evening.
Official reports say there were no complications. 5:36 this morning, and thousands of people gathered to remember 2 Florida police officers killed in the line of duty. This image is from Thursday morning's funeral procession for Kissimmee Police Sergeant Sam Howard and Officer Matthew Baxter. Authorities say the 2 were shot and killed by a suspect during an argument. That suspect, 45-year-old Everett Glenn Miller, is charged with several counts, including first-degree murder. The police chief told mourners that the officers did nothing wrong in their interactions with the suspect.
Florida's tourism marketing agency is under fire again after paying about $441,000 in employee bonuses. Visit Florida paid 119 employees amounts ranging from a few $100s to almost $29,000. Legislators passed a law earlier this year that prohibits Visit Florida from using public money for bonuses, but the company says the bonuses came from private sources. Visit Florida officials say they will not give employee bonuses in the future. Caught on camera, police in Louisiana arrested a woman after she confessed to a bizarre liquor store robbery. Let's watch this one together. Sakoni Jones allegedly stole 18 bottles of liquor from a Shreveport store, stashing the bottles wherever she could, in her bag, in her pants, in her bra. Police say Jones paid for 1 bottle before casually trying to leave the store, where she appears to smile and laugh. Several others were in on the theft, and police are still offering a reward to help find those others. Border Patrol agents say they stopped a teen from smuggling a baby tiger from Mexico into Southern California. The 18-year-old and his 21-year-old passenger told Border Patrol they had nothing to declare. Well, there was something to declare, and the vehicle was pulled over. That's when officials spotted a baby tiger inside their car. It turned out to be an endangered Bengal tiger cub, now recovering at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park.
Well, now to that big Powerball win. The jumbo jackpot ticket worth $758 million was sold to, I'm going to try and get this right, Mavis Wanksick of Massachusetts. She says she just took a chance. The hospital worker also says she has already retired.
I work currently at Mercy Medical Center. So I work
still there, or are you
I've called them and told them I will not be coming back.
Well, I certainly don't blame her. However, where that winning ticket was purchased is still in question. It had lottery officials scrambling yesterday morning. They first announced it was at a store in Watertown, which is near Boston. But since then, they said the single ticket matching all the numbers was actually sold in Chicopee, Massachusetts. The owners in Chicopee will now get paid $50,000 for selling that ticket, which they say will all be donated to local charities. But not all Powerball players on the Suncoast are losers. A winning Powerball ticket worth $1 million was sold at the Publix on Bee Ridge Road at the Bee Ridge Road extension in Sarasota. So wherever you are, please let us know.
Other news now, a brawl broke out at a baseball game last night in Detroit. Look at this. Tigers all-star Miguel Cabrera and Yankees catcher Austin Roman had words, and it got physical quickly. The two wrestled at home plate, punches flying, teammates rushing out. Yankees manager Joe Girardi had come out earlier to argue a call. He was ejected. That set the tone. By the way, after this all settled down, the Tigers did go on to win this game 10-6. No. If Conor McGregor manages to knock out Floyd Mayweather this weekend, Las Vegas bookmakers will suffer the biggest single-event loss in the history of sports betting. McGregor fans are flooding casinos with small bets on the long-shot mixed martial artist going up against Mayweather, who is 49-0 and considered the best defensive fighter of his generation.
Well, football season is here, and a South Florida high school junior is showing some girl power on the gridiron. Holly Naher is a backup quarterback on the Hollywood Hills High School football team known as the Spartans. Head coach Brandon Graham says she's quick and moving, plays and fits right in with the team. If she starts, Naher will be the first female high school quarterback here in Florida. Now, Miami Dolphins quarterback Ryan Tannehill gave Naher some advice. He said, shape, size, color, it doesn't matter. Just come out and play what you love. Definitely some good advice there.
And she'll have a better season than Ryan will because he's injured.
Okay, exactly. Very true. I'm excited for Football Friday tonight. I'm heading out to Riverview, so that'll be exciting.
I love that you volunteered to bring a camera out and shoot the game on the sidelines.
I really like high school football. It's kind of fun for me.
I'll be stuck at Friday Fest just sipping a cold water while you'll be there at the football game.
Well, nice of you to do that.
Yeah, very nice. Well, but what about the weather for these events?
Yeah.
Well, that's the key, because of more tropical moisture coming in the air. We'll have to watch the radar pretty closely for Friday night football tonight. But also, they are watching the radar extremely closely across, I don't know if you call it the pond or the puddle, across the Gulf of Mexico and the western Gulf of Mexico with Harvey. We'll talk about it just in a few minutes.
All right, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, the latest in your first alert traffic, and we look at which situation creates more stress, a job you hate or no job at all.
A study from the UK may have some answers up next in Health Smart.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
So, you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So, pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half-mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. And all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. Independence U, for an independent you.
Call 1-800-671-4817.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
This is an important medical announcement.
Talcum powder products from some of the best-known brands have been linked to ovarian cancer. Any woman who has used a talcum powder product and has been diagnosed with ovarian cancer may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that women with long-term use of talcum powder, including baby powder for feminine hygiene, can increase the risk of contracting ovarian cancer. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to women who should have been warned about the risks of ovarian cancer with long-term use of talcum powder. Call the Talcum Powder Hotline. If you or a loved one used talcum powder and were diagnosed or died from ovarian cancer, you must call now.
Call 800-570-7599, 800-570-7599.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Good Friday morning to you. I'm meteorologist Josh in for John Scalzi today. He'll be back on Monday. We're checking out our current temperatures here around the Suncoast. 76 here in Sarasota. Inside our ABC 7 studios, it's about 45 degrees, I think. Yeah.
I agree.
Keeps you awake. Anyway, we are going to experience another day of cloudy skies, then afternoon showers and storms, and a wet weekend thanks to this tropical moisture. Not this. This is Hurricane Harvey. This is going to affect the southeast coast of Texas. We're dealing with our own tropical situation. We'll talk about that in just a second. But the big story right now is Harvey. It is a Category 2 hurricane, and it is forecasted to become a major Category 3 hurricane just before landfall. Just to put this in perspective, Hurricane Katrina back in 2005 was a Category 5 hurricane the day before it hit Louisiana. But when it hit Louisiana, officially it was a Category 2. It lost its strength. The waves came in as Category 5 waves, storm surge about 30 feet high, but the winds died down. This storm is intensifying before it's going to hit landfall. So that means the winds are going to really whip up here right before it makes landfall. And then we're dealing also with the storm surge and the heavy rain. So this is going to be a horrible situation for the folks here in Texas. Right now, step out of the way, our sustained winds with this thing, 105 miles per hour. It's moving to the northwest at 9 miles per hour, so very slowly. And it's looking to just move to the north and east of Corpus Christi. So the dirty side of the storm, if you will, is to the east of the storm. And that's where the worst of this is going to happen. We're talking about a storm surge of maybe up to 12 feet. And then it doesn't even look to move very much, as it just kind of hanging around this area. And by the time this is done, this is just an in-house guesstimate, but maybe about 15, 20, possibly 25 inches of rain, maybe even more of that in some locations. For our little situation here, we're dealing with an area of low pressure off the southeast coast of Florida that continues to spiral around and bring us rounds of heavy wet weather, and that's going to be the case today once again in the afternoon hours and also for tomorrow as well. And by the time this thing wraps up, we'll receive anywhere from maybe 3 to some areas 6 inches of rain after this gets out of our area by this weekend. So expect not only a wet afternoon for us today, but we will have a wet weekend, and then things start to dry out by middle of next week. Jacqueline?
All right, thank you, Josh. Let's take a look at your first alert traffic if you're heading out the door this morning. Looks like 64 as you're heading towards downtown Bradenton, seeing some more cars on the roadway. Also, State Road 70 seeing some congestion as well in Manatee, or in Sarasota County rather. Looks like Clark Road heading towards I-75, and also 41 heading southbound, seeing some slowdowns. And as we head into South County, pretty quiet, not a whole lot going on throughout that region at 5:49 on your Friday morning. In this hour's Health Smart, is having a poor quality job less stressful than having no job at all? Well, a UK study found some surprising answers. Kim Hutcherson has more on this edition of Health Smart.
Dream jobs can be hard to come by, but having a job is better than having no job, right? Not necessarily. At least that's the conclusion reached by a new study out of the UK. Researchers at the University of Manchester looked at information from more than 1,100 people between the ages of 35 and 75. They found that people who went from being unemployed to working a poor quality job had higher biological indicators of stress than those who remained unemployed. Researchers said those biological indicators are significant because they indicate an individual's risk for developing metabolic or cardiovascular related diseases. Researchers also found that workers who don't have flexibility in their schedules tend to have more biological stress indicators. Researchers found that there was no mental health improvement when people moved from unemployment to a poor quality job. One of the study's co-authors says more research is needed, and he'd like to examine job flexibility's impact on the workforce. The study was published in the International Journal of Epidemiology. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Very interesting. Still ahead in Good Morning Suncoast. We'll update your day's top local news headlines. And these inmates are using their hard time to do some good work.
The story of these prisoners who learned a special skill and how they're helping their community from behind bars. After this.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah.
When you want to get away from it all, to a place where you can do everything, or nothing at all, surrounded by natural beauty and all the modern amenities you might desire, then you'll want to be here at the Wanna-Be Inn on the beautiful shores of Manasota Key, Florida. To plan your escape, log on to wannabein.com.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee counties since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life, you miss precious moments. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye and over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. Our simple 3-step process begins with a free evaluation, followed by an extensive preoperative exam to determine if you're a candidate for LASIK eye surgery. Depending on the results of your evaluation and eye exam, you and your surgeon will choose the LASIK option that works best for you. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation. That's a $100 value, free. Call the LASIK Vision Institute for your free evaluation and enjoy more of your life.
Call 1-800-813-0109. 1-800-813-0109.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed. Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom,
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Watch your Suncoast News at 6 on your streaming device for a chance to win a $50 Visa. It's easy. Just watch weekdays at 6 for the word of the week. Then enter the word at mysuncoast.com for your shot at a $50 Visa. We'll pick the winner each week. Good luck.
Welcome back. 5:54 this morning. Here are some of the top stories on the Suncoast.
Months after winning a hard-fought election, Alex Miller has resigned as a Sarasota state representative. A special election will be held to fill her position.
Plus, now that Commissioner Susan Chapman is out of office, the city is bringing the popular Thunder by the Bay back to the downtown area. The event had moved to Lakewood Ranch for a year after Chapman said it had gotten too big for the city.
And Sarasota County Sheriff deputies found an alligator in the sewer near Bee Ridge and Brookside. They promptly moved it to a nearby park. Finally, a group of inmates at the Green Bay Correctional Facility showing the world there is a softer side to those doing hard time. Newborns, kids, veterans, all benefiting from their donation of knitted scarves, hats, and blankets.
Aww.
Handmade by inmates, prison staff keeping a close eye on those needles. Make sure they don't leave the room. They have crafted thousands of pieces. Like that? Thank you. They've crafted the pieces over the last 6 years. They're focused on the therapeutic benefit, a way to relieve stress, keep them out of trouble, and taking pride in their work. Knitting hats.
That's awesome. I did a story one time in North Carolina where they were growing vegetables in their yard, and the inmates out in the fields out there, and they were sending them out to the community for people who are less fortunate.
All sorts of talk about what inmates should be doing.
Yeah.
Learning new skills and so forth, not just sitting there. So that's a separate show entirely. Yes.
They could be working on their cell phones, I guess.
No.
They don't have cell phones.
No cell phones.
Okay.
Didn't you watch Orange is the New Black?
I missed that
Got to
one.
get up to date.
I'm looking at Orange on the Radar, though.
Very good.
More on that radar and local news next. Stay with us.